And finally, before we wrap the show, I want to talk about one more Olympic news story. It sounds like the Winter Olympics might be considering getting rid of the sledding sports in 2020, starting in 2034. So they're already locked in 2030. But after that, it is possible that bobsleigh, luge, and skeleton could be on the docket, which is very interesting. They could be on the chopping block. Um, Supposedly, the Olympics is also considering adding some indoor sports to the Winter Games. Right now, the rule is it has to be snow and ice. They might change that. They might allow a sport like handball or indoor volleyball to be moved to the Winter Games. They would then get rid of a sport like uh, luge, skeleton, bobsleigh. Now, Germany, of course, would suffer the most. They are the most dominant sport, the most dominant team in this sport. So it would really suck for the Germans. They probably would lose most of their medals at the Winter Games. They are fighting very strongly to keep it around. I hope it does. I hope it stays around. I agree that you should probably consider adding some other sports, like some indoor sports. I'd love to see bowling join the Winter Olympics. I'd love to see some handball action in there. I think there's a space for that. I think there's a place for that, and it'll kind of help combat the summer games that are just so big now. So add give some more love to the winter. At the same time, I think bobsleigh, luge, skeleton, I think they're cool sports, and they don't really get much love outside of the Olympics. If they're not in the Olympics, it's pretty much the death of the sport itself, because nobody's watching bobsleigh outside of the Winter Olympics. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where I hope it stays simply because the history of it is so important. And if you lose that, you probably lose the entire sport itself, which would suck. It would suck for fans of the sport. It would certainly suck for the country of Germany, who has dominated this sport for so long on a global stage. And that's going to wrap this up for our show. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like the show, leave a comment. Uh, Drop a comment down below. Let us know, what do you like? What do you not like? What do you want to hear more about? What do you want to hear less about? As always, my name is Levi, and this has been Coast to Coast Sports.